I took some time to give you the feedback because this is something I want you to really think. It's not just speaking, the visual component has to be very strong as well. Okay, cool, awesome. Let's go to Rajesh. Rajesh, what do you want to speak on today? And just talk to
Uh,
us about it.
Focus on productivity. That would be
Focus
good.
on productivity. 5-7 minutes. Let's go, Rajesh.
Let me take you to a normal day in my life. It was a July morning. It had rained a little bit in the morning, and then sun came up. So it was bright, but not hot. And I was working in my home office. And as I looked out this window, the leaves in the tree were really green and looked fresh because of the rain. And as I fired up my laptop, turned on my monitor, that beautiful smell of rain that comes in the earth, right? That was coming in. I was feeling really good, completely focused. And I was working on a very critical aspect of our project. That is, we wanted to enforce our licensing, and we wanted to come up with some idea, and that would save us about $250,000 in terms of investment. So as I started working, a lot of good ideas coming, and I was, really cracking into the problem. 30 minutes went by without knowing anything, and then a phone call came. My boss had called just to check something. 2 weeks later, there was supposed to be a report, and he was just checking in to see if everything was okay. I quickly wrapped it up, and then I called two of my colleagues on Teams, and then inquired with them, just reminded them that, hey, my boss had called. So are you all working on that problem? Again, we wrapped it up very quickly, that call. And then just a minute later, another one of them called back just to tell me that one of our testers has fallen ill. And then we spent some time to figure out who we can allot to that, reorganize some priorities. And then our time for our stand-up meeting. So it's a Scrum thing. We meet daily in the morning for 30 minutes. Lot of enthusiastic discussion. There are complex problem. We solved it with some really elegant solutions. And then I came out of that meeting. There were a little bit of follow-up thing. I did that, and then started looking at emails. Very normal day. There were about 5 issues that needed some work on. So I was working on it. And then my wife called me. I realized it was lunchtime. I went in, had a little bit of salad and lunch, came back and went back to those emails, started working on it. Had a couple of meetings. And when I lifted my eyes off the screen, it was 8 p.m. One whole day had gone by, and I had done only 30 minutes of work on that critical project. Now, Sridhar, Palash, Srikant, and others, if you have faced a day like this in your life, anytime, or see more than that, then what I'm going to talk about today, you can benefit enormously from it. And just as a fun thing, if you really benefit from it, pay me some money later, or take me out for a beer and some salads someday. Right? So the acronym that I've used is called IRIS BET. So there are 7 strategies we'll talk about today. I stands for something very popularly known as Ivy Lee technique. So you will see some of it in the flow thing that Vishal talked about, and Sridhar, you talked about. R is for reflection. I is for minimizing interruptions. S for sprint. B for seeing a big picture. E for managing your energy. Again, this is Vishal had talked very nicely, one talk on that. And then T for 2 minutes. So what is Ivy Lee technique? Now, just to give you a background, Ivy Lee was a productivity coach in his time, maybe over 100 years. And he was recruited by Charles Schwab, a very rich person that time. And he asked him to give some productivity tips for his team. Now, and he told how much money he said. He said, I will take after I taught you that thing. And Charles Schwab gave him some $25,000 or something that time, which is equivalent to $400,000 today. So this technique is very simple, that every day in the evening, you create a list of 6 items, and then you order them in terms of priority. When you come back in the morning, you start working on the first one. Only after you complete that, move on to the second one. Only after you complete that, move to the third one. And in the evening, again, make a list of 6. So that is the Ivy Lee technique. Now, the second point I talked about was reflection. So in addition to the making the list of 6 at the end of the day, this idea here is saying that you spend 5 to 15 minutes on figuring out some follow-ups, some appreciation. Now, if you needed to thank somebody and forgot to do it in the day, at least send that thank you email that time. Between emails, between your meetings, suppose you forgot to do some action items, simple action items, do it or at least schedule it. Now, if you had some relationship issue, you did not manage a meeting or did not manage a relationship well, spend a little bit of time what went wrong and what you can do better, and then continue on that. So 5 to 15 minutes as you end the day, and then you wrap up your day. And then the other one is I, or minimize interruptions or distractions. Now, the best analogy or best kind of metaphor about how the impact of this interrupt came from one coach called Darren. And he was telling, let's assume that you have a stack of 100 rupees in your drawer, and then somebody comes into your office and takes out that 100 rupees, puts in a fire, and then takes out, goes, open the drawer, takes another 100 rupees, puts it on fire. You know, the impact of interrupts is almost equivalent to the money. So let's say you can compute how much money you are earning per hour based on your annual salary divided by some number of hours in the day. Every 1 hour you spend on interruption is that much money just burnt. So you have to be very, very careful about these interruptions, and these interruptions come in 100 different ways. Not just a knock on the door in office, but these days phone calls, whether it is from your office or from some people who are seeking your attention for credit card, whichever things. And then all these Teams meeting pop up, IM pop-ups, and most dangerous of all is your smartphone leading you to social media. And you start on one small thing, then you go to other thing, and you will probably be spending half an hour before you come back to it again. All these, strict no. And then the fourth one is sprints. And now, if you don't do anything else and just do this one single thing, that is do something called a sprint, then you will benefit enormously, and you will see this impact on a single day itself. So the idea is very simple, that you block out. This is a combination of what Ivy League talked about and something called as Pomodoro, and a little bit different. So if let's say you're at 9 o'clock, you're starting your office, at 10 o'clock, you're starting your office, at 7 for 90 minutes, 1.5 hours, just work on one single thing and pick the most difficult one, the one that will have highest impact on your work, highest impact on your industry, highest impact in your office, and then focus only 90 minutes only on that area. Now, if you do that and then go to office and normal turmoil of the day, like the day I explained catches you up, you still would be way ahead of your peers, way ahead of competition in the market. And just running that sprint one, or even if you can do 2 or 3 in the day, if time allows, that will give you enormous impact. I mean, it's amazing how much you can get in a day. The B stands for big picture, and in many of these Japanese executives are actually told to take a couple of hours every week and just spend to see the big picture. So let's assume that cutting forest and laying it railway track is the work, and productivity is number of trees you cut and number of tracks you lay. Sometimes the productivity is important, but along with it, you need to check the big picture. Are you doing the right thing? Just to give you this example, since they say that sometimes climb on the top of the trees to understand, are we cutting the right part of the jungle? Are we going in the right direction? So suppose you're supposed to, cut like this and you are going this way. Maybe your productivity is very high, you're cutting trees, you're laying tracks, but you're all going in the wrong direction. So, couple of hours every week, spend a little bit of a time to make sure that you're doing the right thing, you're on the right track, you have the right people for the job. Just overall picture, thinking about whether you are doing the right thing, and just look at the big picture. And then the E is about managing energy. Vishal talked a lot of stuff. I have one slide over there in a nice mind map. It talks about drinking water, taking small breaks between work, doing meditation, listening to powerful music or any peppy music, doing some breathing exercises, sleeping well. So all that combined energy, make sure that you are managing your energy in a way that keeps you productive all through the year, all through the day, and you don't feel tired at any particular period of time, so much tired that your productivity drops. And then the last one is something we talked about earlier, is to T for 2 minutes. Now, if there is some work that you can complete within 2 minutes, just put a thumb rule. You can put 5 minutes instead of 2 if you want. But if there is a task that you can complete in 2 minutes, wrap it up. Don't let it pile up. And then if there is something you think it will take more time, just schedule it for some other time. This can be a very effective way of handling your emails. Now, if you just summarize, there are these 7 strategies I talked about: making a list, making sure that you reflect at the end of the day, and then make sure interruptions are not coming. You're saying no to interruptions. Run this sprint and take a big idea, a big picture, then manage your energy all through the day, and then that 2-minute thing. Now, I will just put something on a chart. This is a Slido, and hopefully it will come through together. Now, if you can enter into that just one word about what I talked about just now, what you think you can use, that would be very beneficial for me to figure out which ideas you are picking up on. And as you do that, and as I leave you, I will leave you with one quote from Nathan Morris. He says, "It's not always important at how much more we do, rather it's important to focus on less things." Thank you.
Awesome, very nice. I was actually muted because I was also typing. So let's take 1 minute and also figure it out, because Slido, this helps understand which people are voting for which point. So Rajesh can actually see it and show it also.
It's a cloud, it's a word cloud. We can see
instantly, right? It's a, let's do it. Let's take 5 cents. So one word out of the 7 points. I think for me it was definitely the S. The sprint, send. So is everybody done posting that one word? Rajesh, you want to show that thing?
Okay, let me share. So has everybody I see only 3.
I posted. Yeah.
Okay, let me wait again.
If I click the link, Rajesh, it tells me that it will leave me out. It will leave me out from the Zoom. So I didn't know whether I'll be disconnected if I click it.
Okay.
So that's I for Sridhar, interruption, right? That link is an interruption now. Yes.
So I don't think I have the permission to share, Vishal.
You can share. You can share, yes.
Share screen, okay.
Yes.
So this is what I'm seeing. Maybe I'll press again. So sprint seems to be the one which is most popular.
Most people say sprint, exactly, instant all interruption. So this is also from speaking point of view, this is very good. There are many different ways to do it. Slido is one. You can do live poll. There is also different ways to take a poll live. But this is a very smart approach. So when you have a bigger audience, for example, so what happens is on this, imagine like 10, 15 different words, some small, big. And if a lot of people are typing, the words like instantly change. Sprint will become bigger, then instant will become bigger based on how many people are voting for what, right? So that's a cool tool, Slido. I use it in some of our presentations too. That's very good. Rajesh, brilliant presentation. So Iris Bet, right? That's the acronym. Okay. Ivy League technique, reflection, interruption, sprint, big picture, energy in 2 minutes. Very nice. What do you think? What did you like the most in your presentation, Rajesh?
For me, it was the thing that I struggled with earlier before you told me, Vishal, is that personal story. So I in my opinion, I think that story, thinking about that story was probably the best thing in my mind.
Sure. Yeah, you did that well. Are you open to some suggestions?
Sure.
Are you also open to some suggestion, not suggestion, maybe observation from Shweta?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Shweta, so what did you think about Rajesh's presentation overall?
The presentation was really very good and very structured. I love the voice variation you have used, and you're asking questions. So that was really good. The one thing I want to give suggestion is like the word, maybe many of us have not heard, and or some of us have not heard the word. So if you would have showed it in a slide, so that would have given a visual reflection to us, and we would have kept, some of us has visual memory, so would have clicked that thing, or we would have taken the note, because many times we skip few things, or sometimes we miss the word while speaking, so that your audience can just note down the point. So even for once you would have showed, that would be the great
I was probably mistaken thinking that this is only speech only. So once Sridhar presented the slide, I realized I could have put some pictures.
Yes.
Right. Also, another thing is,
And one thing, like use your hands more and gesture more. So that's the 2 points from my end.
Thank you.
so this is, thank you, Shweta. This is another thing you can do, Rajesh, when you don't have slides. I do this sometimes, you'll now figure out. So guys, this is called the iris bet technique. In case you're wondering, IRISBET. And just when you say it, you just show it on the paper. Okay. These ones, these are called 4x6 note cards on Amazon, like 300-400 rupees. You have like hundreds. Sridhar, do you have that? Yeah. Oh no. Okay. So get them, buy them. I have like a lot of boxes of that at my home all the time. So I just write it, and then in this, so when you're talking about the I, in case you don't have the slides ready, okay, you can say that what is the S? Let's say the second I was interruption, correct? The S in the iris is sprint. Now you show it and you put it away. You're not showing it all the time. Then comes the B. This B here again, you show the B when you're introducing the word. You see the B is big idea, and you put it away again. See, this is a very simple tool of just doing it. I recommend not to do it on a A4 sheet because it's too big sometimes, and it's it's thin, so sometimes you can't hold it. This is a good card actually. So iris bet, something like this you can do, and so because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you have to understand that it's not about managing your time. You know what it is about? It's about managing your focus. See, that's how you do. When you're saying the word, important word, you just show the word at the same time. It's about managing the focus. And if you can do that, I can say that in the next couple of days, what you can do is you can easily 2x your productivity. And I say 2x right now. See, that's all. So that one paper and a marker, that's all you require. Rajesh, is that helpful for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice. Very nice. Very
yeah,
good.
I knew about these props, but the way you showed these letters and all that, that's something I can use very easily, and it actually helps. And Shweta, like you said, people with visual memory, that will definitely benefit.
Yes. Because when you are saying the 7 points, people tend to forget what was the I, what was the R. But so when you repeatedly are showing S, they tend to remember, one by one, iris bet or things like this. So this is how you do. One last feedback.
Did Vishal's video freeze?
Yes.
And while Vishal is coming back, thank you, Anup, for reminding me about the competition today.
Congratulations, Palash, for your book release. Vishal was telling us about it.
Thank you, Shweta. Thank you very much.
Rajesh, the whole presentation was beautiful. Only I couldn't catch that B. You said B and I heard it as P. So there I was confused when you sent the link. Now what should I send? What was that, B or P? So I was not able to send the thing. But the whole presentation was beautiful and very informative. You put it in such a beautiful way that any these kind of technical apps was easily understood. You made it so simple for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kalpana.
And I really love the way you started with your own story and then you came up with the things that how we can apply. And I think many of the software industry people can relate with this because they're mostly into the calls and calls and calls.
Yeah, true. I mean, daily, see, right now, work from home, the story would have been a lot of knocks on the door or knocks on the cubicle wall in normal day. But these days, it is just like everybody just ping you an IM, inter-office thing, Teams, Zoom, whatever, whichever way they can interrupt you, they will interrupt you.
Right.
So Rajesh, I have a suggestion for you. The way you have explained basically, you can actually record this thing or you can take out this recording and put it in YouTube.
Alright.
Actually. But I think the Vishal told in that way, in a card way, you can record your speech and put it.
So you can do it much more better way,
more
saying
better.
that just a stick note or whatever you was doing.
Yes.
So you do it and post it in YouTube or probably in your LinkedIn. I mean, as you normally get lots of views. So just record this thing the way Vishal said, improve it, and post it in your YouTube channel or LinkedIn or anywhere.
You will do, absolutely. Good
Vishal
idea.
is back.
Sure, I got disconnected for a while. Which part Palash was talking about uploading, the speech, you mean?
No, so what I was telling him, the way he explained or given this presentation, after getting this feedback, the way you are showing basically, he can improve his presentation and do the video and in his YouTube channel or LinkedIn probably he can upload that.
Absolutely. That's a very good idea. Yeah. Polish it and then do it again. And then, that's a great idea, Rajesh. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My homework for tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. Good job, Rajesh. Good presentation. Yeah. Let's
So
go
you had one last point you mentioned when your video was.
Then I got disconnected. The WhatsApp was on your desktop, right? Yeah. So so first step is when you give presentation or even if you're listening, do not have the WhatsApp on because that ting sound is on. So first I'm going to give you a second topic, but before that, the first thing is to not have WhatsApp because it's a constant distraction. And think about it, you were talking about interruption when it actually was, like ringing. Got it? So second, you probably already know this, some of you don't. But before the second point, remember the first point, not have it. But in case it's an emergency to have it, go to WhatsApp, go to that thing right now, Rajesh.
Yeah. And there is something disable notification will be there somewhere.
Go to the top, right click and say mute.
Mute notifications,
Bingo. Now the sound won't come.
Yeah,
Most of us didn't.
Yeah, true. So Vishal, every time I join our mastermind, that's probably only 1 out of 3 times I open WhatsApp in my laptop to get that link so that I can join.
Got it, clear. I appreciate. No, I just wanted to say that because sometimes maybe in an office meeting you are there, we have to keep it in mind. Sometimes it happens, that's okay. But that sound does 2-3 things. I'll tell you. The sound will not distract them. You know what the sound does?
It may pull you to open that, and that's actually quite dangerous.
Not just that. The audience, think about it. Those of you who are smokers, if somebody near you after dinner is smoking, what do you feel like doing at that time? Smoking. When you hear that WhatsApp thing from the speaker, what do you feel like opening? When you open my WhatsApp. Exactly. You feel that craving that because it's a reminder I should check my WhatsApp. So you are distracting the audience by having that just tick that tone. You are creating a craving. That's the psychological part about the audience that we should keep in mind. Anyways, good presentation, Rajesh. All right, Anup, what are you speaking on today?